Hey guys, Stevie here. This is a new adventure for me, so I'm gonna try and break this up into a few key points of what I'm doing and who I am. Who am I? My name is Stevie. I am a mom. I have 2 children. My oldest is gonna be 19 in October. She has very rare special needs. It's microdeletion chromosome 17q21.31. We were the 71st family in the entire world to get her diagnosis, but she is amazing and she's happy and very, very healthy. She's very high functioning for her diagnosis. Most of the kids, unfortunately, are hospitalized quite often, have seizures daily. Some never walk, some never talk. Alexis is very, very outgoing, loves to talk, doesn't slow down, but she has her own obstacles. Math is difficult, and day-to-day taking care of herself is difficult. And then I have a son who turned 14 yesterday. I'm actually here in Tennessee visiting him for his birthday. But who am I? So I am 41 years old. I'm coming up on 2 years of sobriety in October. 2 years ago, October 21st, I checked myself into treatment, and I stayed in treatment for 68 days for alcohol and benzos. And since then, my life has changed dramatically. So some of the things that I've done in my life, I've always been very interested in school and learning about new things and so on and so forth. So I went to school to become a respiratory therapist. I did that for a few years, and then I went into medical sales for about 14 years. Loved it, did really well, covered 12 states at one point, was a VP sales executive manager, where I covered 12 states and got to train the other patient care coordinators. It's a really neat experience. I loved it. There's parts that I miss. I sometimes miss the traveling, but then again, love being home with my family. So in my 20s, I took my daughter out of school because it just wasn't the right fit for her. Her having special needs, she is very difficult to place. And so there were a few other circumstances, and I just felt that it was right for her to be at home and for me to homeschool her. Most of my life, I've been a heavy drinker. It probably became a problem in my very early 20s. There were good times, but there was a lot of really hard times as well. And in my 30s, most of my 30s have been a blackout. And I don't say that lightly. Sometimes I say to my clients at work that I probably didn't drive a sober mile in 10 years. And I don't feel that that's over exaggerating. I loved my kids. I reminded them that I loved them, but I wasn't a good mom, and I put them in danger every single day by putting them in the car. I couldn't get out of bed without drinking. I slept with a bottle next to my bed, and as time went on, the depression just got worse, and it almost became a game for me, mixing pills and alcohol. I didn't think that my children needed me. I thought that they would be better off without me. And it just was a really, really hard time. So October 21st, 2023, I checked myself into residential treatment. So in residential treatment, I knew that if I wanted to stay sober, my life would have to change dramatically. Traveling for work was no longer really an option for me, and if I wanted to stay sober, I had to really, really dive into my sobriety and deal with things that I had never dealt with, and kind of live recovery. And so that's what I did. I spent 68 days in treatment, and then I went home and I started taking courses to become a substance abuse counselor. I finished that, and I'm coming up on my year anniversary in just a couple days of being a substance abuse counselor at the treatment center that I went to myself. It's been life-changing. I absolutely love going to work every day. I love helping people, especially in their recovery. It's been really exciting for me. I'm also working towards finishing my master's now. I have about 2 more years that I need to do to get my master's in clinical psychology, and I'm really looking forward to that. So why am I making this video or channel or whatnot? Again, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm sitting in a hotel with my cell phone. I want to share my story in hopes that it'll help somebody else out that can relate. I love the saying, recover loud so that others don't have to suffer quietly. I think sharing our story is really important. I want to share my journey in becoming a substance abuse counselor. A lot of the residents that come through end up finding out that they have the same passion to become a substance abuse counselor. And so I want to kind of document what I've done, how I'm getting there, and kind of the progress along the way. If anybody is interested in finding out more about the master's program and what I'm doing to further my education. Also maybe talking to other women in recovery, other moms, other professionals, and just balancing being in recovery and being a woman and still feeling good and having fun. I eventually want to share some of the groups that I think are really successful, that I found that I really enjoy or my residents really enjoy. I love, love, love conscious recovery. I think it's the best material. I think it's a great way of getting the group to bond and to grow, especially if you can split it up by gender, so a women's group and a men's group. We also have couples at our residential treatment program, and so it's nice for them to have some separate time as well. I want to share just what I find is working. Maybe it's a good book. I don't know, maybe somebody has a question for me. And then in the links, I want to be able to include the material that I'm using in my groups to share with anybody that's interested. So I am extremely nervous about this and posting it or going live or whatever you want to say, but I'm excited. And if anybody has any questions or feedback, or anybody's done this themselves and wants to give me suggestions, anything like that, I'm open to it and I'm excited. I look forward to doing this again. All right, thanks.